Book Dragons! I am back to start another reading vlog. I'm probably going to kind of restart these vlogs on Sunday. Today is Sunday. It is September 7th. So we're going to start a new vlog. I am in the middle of a bunch of stuff and I'm just going to kind of give you a status update on all the reading challenges I'm doing in the month. So I'm doing Magical Readathon where I'm a mind walker. I am doing Battleathon or Rebellionathon with Mel from Melanor Reads, which is a board game. And then I'm also doing Mystic Readathon, which is very, very prompt, surprise focused. So currently I am 200 pages into Glorious Rivals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is for my witch prompt. I had to read a book that was larger than my last book that I read. This is 400 pages. So I'm reading this. I'm having a fun time with it. It's a sequel series. I can't say too much about it, but it is a fun, quick, digestible read with super short chapters, which I am liking. And then I'm also reading Off the Record by Emma Lord, which is a new adult contemporary, which I'm having a fun time with. I will attach a photo of that one here. Second chance, rock star, musician romance, and it has some vibes that I'm liking. I'm like 60% into that. I will definitely finish that tomorrow, but I am heading back to my first full week of work with commuting and all of that fun stuff. So we will see what the week brings, news and information wise. But Off the Record is for the Aurelian prompt. I have to read a book with technology on the cover. You'll see on the cover it has a little microphone. So my goal for a Sunday is to kind of read another 100 pages of this book. I would love to finish this book today. I am reading it super quickly, but we will see. So when I have read another 100 pages, I will give you guys an update. I'm also watching Wednesday. I am on the last 4 episodes. I think I have 2 more episodes left. I really am liking this show quite a bit, and I'm watching it because if I don't watch it, my students are going to spoil me. So that is where we are. So I'm going to go read a bit more. I'm going to go get my vlog ready for next week, and I will talk to you guys when I have another update. Probably not going to listen to any more of my audiobook today. I might at the tail end of the day when I'm getting my backpack ready, but it's raining and I can't go for a bike ride and I worked out earlier. So yeah, I will be back when I have an update, hopefully when I have read 100 more pages of this book. Bye. Hi Book Dragons, I am back. I definitely think Monday and Tuesday are going to be the days that I get like the most reading done because I have a lot of periods off. At least for the moment, it's definitely going to change. Like I'm going to have less periods off. But right now, it's definitely the days that I have the most periods off, and Thursday and Friday will be the periods I have like the least off. Just as a teacher, we have a lot of like work preps, and we're still in the process of getting our schedules aligned, so I'm not, it's gonna sound bad, but I'm not like actually doing a ton of teaching, like at least not yet. I think by Thursday and Friday we should. We're doing our schedules a little bit differently than we have ever done before, so there's a lot of like things that we're like waiting to accomplish and see like if we can keep the classes that we have because they like chose it. So yeah, that's where we are. But I did wind up finishing, I think it's Off the Record. It's either Off the Record or For the Record. I will have attached a photo at some point. But I gave this book 4.5 stars. I really, really like this book. I think I like the second half a lot more. And I think it was just like I didn't feel that connected to the characters for the first half and I felt a little bit disconnected. But again, that's more of a me thing. I think I just picked it up at the wrong time. I think next year when I go back to work, I'm probably going to reread a book or listen to a podcast or something because I just felt like I was disconnected from the characters. But I really enjoyed it. The second half was very, very like found family focused. It was very, very music heavy. The romance was fun. It was elevated spice, which I do like. I had a fun time with it and I gave it 4.5 stars. So a prompt dropped like for Mystic Readathon, which I'm still reading this for. This is a book that's for Mystic, so I'm not even like done. I'm not even caught up. But this is for Mystic, so I'm still making my way through this. But the prompt for that is read a book with Darling on the cover. So I picked up A Body in the Bookstore by Ellie Alexandra. I'm going to take a photo of that here. It is a really, really quick audiobook. I'm probably going to listen to it tomorrow morning when I'm at work and I have to like do a lot of like spreadsheet stuff and like class list stuff. So I'm going to listen to that tomorrow. I really like started and then I restarted. I'm like, okay, slow yourself down. Stop listening to books too fast because that's my thing. I like listen and I don't know what I'm reading. So I'm going to restart that. I'm going to listen to that tomorrow and that will be for that prompt. And then I did wind up getting up to page 300 in Glorious Rivals and I'm really liking this book. This is a book that I sort of don't want to listen to anything when I'm reading. And that's so rare for me because normally when I read I like have background noise. But this is a book that I really just want to sit there and like read it and not have anything distract me. So I'm going to try to listen to something, and if not, I'm just going to put on like background noise and let But I really am liking this. This book is a very, very integral plot. Like, I think it's very, very complicated. So you really have to pay attention. And I definitely, when this series is fully over, I want to go back and I want to reread all these books quickly and successfully, like back to back, because I think it will increase my enjoyment a lot, because you have to wait like a year between the books. But I am really, really liking this. I'm probably going to try to read to page 360 for tonight. That's my goal before I go to bed. I also am trying my hardest this year to get into a better habit of reading before bed. Like, I just have to get into that habit. Like, I really do. So I'm reading a book on my Kindle that is just gonna be my bedtime book, and if it takes me a month to read it, it takes me a month to read it. But I think I said it in a previous vlog, I would just spin out before I went to bed, and I just would never fall asleep. So I'm really trying myself Sunday nights before, because I had to wake up a lot early that day, I'm gonna try to shut off all technology, everything by like 8 o'clock. And then by the rest of the days during the week, by like 8:30, I'm going to try to stop watching TV and like kind of like read and distress, because I do like to read. It just, I don't read as much when I read in the evening, and I think that always discourages me. But yeah, so that is the plan. Tomorrow is going to be another heavy listening day, because I do have a lot more periods off. I still have to put stuff up on my walls. I didn't really do a lot of that, but I did make progress on Google Classroom. If you're a teacher, you know how tedious that can be. So yeah, I'm gonna go try to get up to page 60 in this and see if I'm gonna watch the last episode of Wednesday. I don't know, but I will talk to you guys when I have an update, hopefully soon. Bye. Hi, Fair Dragons. I am back. I just want to do a quick update. It is Tuesday. Today is probably like the best day I'm gonna ever get for like editing and like reading and such, because I have a lot of periods off and I only have one period that gets taken away from me eventually. So I did want to finish Inglorious Rivals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I'm going to give this book 5 stars. I had a really, really fun time with it. I think what I need to do before Gilded Edge comes back is I have to re-listen to all of these books, because I read them a year apart, and I always say Jennifer Lynn Barnes stories work better when you read them like back to back, because I think that you get a lot of characters, and these are all new characters to us. They're all interconnected in the first series, but like they are pretty much a standalone. I had a really, really fun time with this book. I gave it 5 stars. It was a fun listen. A nice one to ease back into work, because I felt like it was more mystery focused, and I had a fun time with it. I also have an hour left of The Body in the Library by Ellie Alexandra. I will attach a photo of that book here. By the way, this was for a Escape the Readathon, or not, for a Mystic Readathon prompt. I had to read a book longer than my last book, so that one counted for this. The Body in the Library is for a future prompt. It's for the round we're currently in, but I will be done with that tomorrow. I will definitely finish that book tomorrow. I have like 42 minutes left, or like an hour left, and I will definitely finish that. But that is a murder mystery set in a small town in California. She works at a bookstore, and she's trying to like gauge, like she's trying to like pop up her bookstore, make sure it has more like, you know, customers, and it's not doing that well. So she kind of makes this whole big book lover festival, and someone has found out that it's connected to her past. This cozy mystery is different because the main character does have a background in criminology, so she was set to be like a detective or like a work in the police field, and then her best friend was killed by a cold case they were investigating as students. So that's like very, very interesting. I really do like our main character quite a bit. So I have like an hour left of that book. I don't know what audiobook I'm going to pick up. I'm just going to kind of like decide what I'm in the mood to read. But I think I'm going to go back to, because I literally have read nothing for Mel's Board this week. I have like nothing has popped. So I'm going to physically read A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping by Inside New Madonna. I'm going to restart this. Hopefully get up to page 100 by the time you guys see me tomorrow. Or at least like chapter 9. Yeah, so that is my plan for this one. So that's the book I'm going to read. And then when we're done with this, I will roll again. I am also going to pick up a book that I think is connected to something. I may pick up my translated book, or I may pick up something. I do not know what it's going to be, but I may just pick up a random book because I don't really have any audiobooks left that I can listen to right now. So yeah, this is going to count for Magical Readathon. It's going to be a cozy, I have to read like a romantasy, and I think I'm going to count this because it does have romantasy vibes. So yeah, I'm going to pick this book up. I'm going to go read about 100 pages, and you guys will see me tomorrow when I come back home from work. So I will talk to you guys soon. Bye. Thank you guys for watching. Hey Book Dragons, I am back. I am promising updates, even if I don't get accomplished a ton of reading. But I did want to finishing A Body in the Bookstore by Ellie Alexander. I will attach a photo of that book here. Very, very fun, cozy mystery. I like this one quite a bit. I think I'm going to give this book 4.5 stars. I really liked it. I think it was a solid read. I like the connection to the true crime case. I thought it was very, very fun. It was hard to predict the mystery. I may even give it 5 stars. I really, really like this story. I really, really like the characters, and I had a fun time with it. I don't know my next audiobook. I really want to find a book that has a sun on it for my audiobook, but I'm just not. Nothing's hitting right now. I listened to a little bit of a Claire Kingsley, and then I listened to a little bit of a middle grade, so I'm going to find one that has a sun on it that I like, and that will probably be my audiobook for tomorrow. We are heading into the part of the week that I don't get a ton of listening time, and also we're starting to teach tomorrow, like officially, because our schedule has been a bit off. They like changed a lot of kids around, which I was not expecting, and I'm still like waiting to see final rosters, so tomorrow may be a little bit chaotic. But I also need to start getting some stuff done. So I also read about 24 pages in A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping. Actually, this is reread because I read the first 20 pages at some point, and I literally read 24 pages. But I really want to go and read a little bit more. I was really distracted on my commute ride home. I was trying to figure out what classes people were in, and I have to teach tomorrow, so I was trying to figure out what the classes look like, and then I had to call parents to see like if the kids wanted to stay in drama or leave drama. So it was a whole thing. Nothing super interesting, but I just was like distracted. But I was distracted during my commute. And then I went and I got my typical braids done. It's been a bit since I had those in, so that was really nice. And yeah, so I'm gonna go read maybe to like page 100 so I can give you guys an update, but I really haven't read enough to like give you guys. I also worked out. So yeah, that is where we are. But I want to read at least 100 pages before I give you a solid update, and then tomorrow I'll come in and we'll update and I'll give you guys what I'm reading. If I listen to anything that is connected to this vlog, I am doing a book, but I'm not going to talk about it anywhere. It's for the the Harry Potter podcast that I listen to, so I don't review those anywhere anymore, but I'm very, very far behind. I'm like 4 weeks behind on that, so I need to catch up on that as well. So I might listen to that tomorrow. I don't know. I also really need to like look at my classroom. I haven't been in my room for like a week because I've been going up and downstairs and doing other things. So I really need to like assess my classroom, see what I have to buy, all of that fun stuff. So yeah, but I'm going to go read a bit more of this tonight, and I will update you guys when I have an update. Hopefully tomorrow, but I definitely wanted to give you guys an update. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. Hi Book Dragons, I am back. I'm definitely doing better at updating. So I did wind up teaching today, which was interesting. I'd always find the start of the year always interesting because things always look so different from when you look back at the end of the year, like how the year starts. But I got to teach some 6th graders, some of my 8th graders who I have to say goodbye to at the end of the year. I've spent a lot of time with these 8th graders, so it's gonna be very similar to last year, like that experience. So I'm just trying to savor all the moments with them, even though sometimes it's a bit more challenging, but I do like working with them. So I did wind up starting up audiobook Dream. I will attach a photo of it at some point. It does have a sun on the cover. I'm probably going to counter for that prompt, but it's very, very short, like super short. It's probably going to be like a 3-star listen, but it's fun. I think it's about a young girl in the South. Her mom is a songwriter. She really, really wants to be a songwriter, and she's kind of looking to find money to enter this contest to kind of win. And her friends are kind of teetering, trying to figure out like how to get this money. And it's very, very cute. I have like 30 minutes left. Is it the best thing I ever read? No, but I think the audiobook is super cute. And I really want to read this, The Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping, but I'm really in like a lesson planning mood. I think it's this year just because so much stuff has like changed and is different. I just want to like have ideas and like keep going. So I normally try to eliminate my work at home, but I'm just motivated right now to like find resources and stuff like that. So I think I'm just gonna let myself go into that vibe tonight and just kind of do a little bit of lesson planning, even just organizing. I really do like Teacher Pay Teachers. It's one of my favorite ways to get resources. So I'm kind of figuring out like what my performance options would be. they really want to harp on performances this year, and I'm just trying to figure out a way to ease the kids into that, especially my 6th and my 7th graders. But I am really, really liking this. Sorry, this is a bit of a life update, but Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping by Sangu Mandana. I am about 60 pages in. I really would like to get up to 100 before I gave you guys an update. But basically, you follow this main character, and she used to be a very, very incredibly powerful witch, so much so that the Witches' Council was watching her thinking she was going to be the next, like, emperor. And then her aunt passed away, and she has this little cow, this little fox that talks because she's a witch, and they kind of concoct this plan to kind of do an illegal spell to bring her aunt back to life, and things kind of go from there. And then she loses her magic, and that's kind of where we are. And then you flash forward about 15 years, and she is frantically trying to restore her magic. She has a random assortment of guests. She's an innkeeper, and I'm just having a fun time with it. We haven't even met the love interest yet, and I really want to keep reading this, so tomorrow this will definitely get read. It's definitely going to get read. And this weekend I'm definitely going to dive into this and kind of devour it. But we also have a train strike looming, which is going to suck because I take the train every single day. There's been a lot of just sad political news this week that has been capturing my attention. I spent an hour talking to various people, and oh my goodness, I'm heartbroken and I'm devastated. I don't like violence, and it's been a tough week for that. Across the board. So, yeah. But I am going to try to go look on Futures Pictures a little bit more just so I can feel like I'm a little bit more connected. Friday is my day at work. I accomplished nothing because I teach all the time, and I really haven't taught anyone, so none of my lessons are that exciting right now, and I'm planning all this content that is exciting, so I just want to get to that point. But when I get up to 100 pages of this, or probably Saturday morning, I'll probably give you guys like an update. I never update these vlogs on Friday because I come home and I tomorrow I really do have to work. I have to come home and do TikTok stuff. So I think I'm going to take tonight and just do some Teacher Pay Teachers, see if I can find some things and just buy them so I have them in my Teacher Pay Teachers cart. So yeah, that is my plan. I am going to go do that. I will give you guys an update on Friday, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. Hey, book check-ins, I am back. Sorry my voice is a little bit shot. I'm not sick. I'm just dealing with my voice talking for a week straight, which is basically what I did for Thursday and Friday. So sorry it's a little bit dark. I also didn't turn the lights on. But last night or yesterday at work, I did one finishing Dream, which was the middle grade I was reading, and I used that for a book with a sun on the cover for Magical Readathon. I will attach a photo of that one here if I haven't already. The book was only 3 hours. It was a very, very cute book. I don't think it wowed me, but I thought it was fun. It had to do with like musical elements to it as well. And I just had a fun time with it. I think I'm going to mention it to my librarian because I think she would probably put it in the library, and it was great for younger readers. I just took this off the shelf because I was talking about it. This is my e-arc that I'm reading in the evenings. I'm like 50% into it. I'm actually pretty far, but I'll probably finish this next week when I head back to work. As long as the Long Island Railroad train strike doesn't happen and screw everything up. But this will be my nighttime book, hopefully. And then I also got home yesterday. I had to do some editing and stuff like that. So I am 100 pages into A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping, and I am liking this book. I think I said a little bit. Basically, the main character who was a very, very powerful witch, and she was basically known by everyone, and her aunt died, so she kind of teams up with this fox that lives in her house to kind of do an illegal spell to bring back her aunt and, unfortunately, another creature, and she lost all her magic. So now she runs an inn with her aunt and these random assortment of people, and before this happened, she basically put a spell on this inn that everyone who would find it needs it. And then the other point of view is a main character named Luke, and he is a magical historian, and he has a sister that has autism, and she does not know, or she doesn't listen when people say you can't use your magic in front of humans, so she's struggling with that, and he wound up finding her, and they did know each other, like in the past. They went to the same magical college, or they lived at the same place, so there is a little bit of second chance vibes. I'm really, really liking it. I really just want to sit down and read this whole book, but that hasn't happened. So it's pretty early. It's like not even like 8 o'clock. So I'm gonna go read. I have to go to yoga this morning. I have to go to the chiropractor. I'm also think I'm gonna pick up the Humdrum Bookstore, which is my translated book that I need to read. So I will attach a photo of that here. That will be my audiobook that I'm doing when I'm running some errands. So yeah, that is where we are with that, and I will be back when I have read at least 50 more pages of this. I think I'm leaving here at like 9 o'clock, so I will hopefully have yet another update for you, but I am watching Only Murders in the Building, the newest season, so I can catch up on that. And then I watched a anime last night, which I never watched, but this was very, very cute. So I think that's gonna be my plan for tonight. Is to just read this, run my errands. Next week is gonna be a bit busy. If everything goes according to plan, I'm gonna have parent-teacher conferences next week, and I'm also going to I'm gonna get my COVID shot at the end of the week, so it's gonna be a busier week work-wise. But yeah, okay. I'll be back when I have an update for you, hopefully soon. Bye, friends. Hi, Book Dragons! I am back. I just want to do a quick update. I did wind up going to yoga. I went to the chiropractor for my back. Picked up 2 books. I picked up Play Nice by Rachel Harrison. And I also picked up Thus With the Kiss I Died by Christina Dodd. I don't know if this is a sequel, but I figured I would have some mysteries on hand. Especially now that I am going back to work and I may need a palette cleanser. Also, I forgot what day, but I got these in the mail. I got some book from S. Wonderland. They're just a lot of my fall themed bookmarks. So I got the Haunted Bookshop. These I'll use and then they'll die because I use my bookmarks a lot. This is just a regular one that they give you if you like buy something. I got this one. I got the used bookstore one. I'll start using these because I will. It's a cup of Cozy, which is another one that's really, really nice. Paper bookmarks and maybe they don't last very, very long. I have a Book Witch. I have Ghost Reader. And then I have Here for the Books. So these are the ones that I bought, and these will be the ones I use in October. They do not last very, very long. I am a little bit hard on my bookmarks, to be very honest. But I did wind up getting up to page basically 150 in Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping. And I am really, really liking this book. It's very, very fun. It's very, very slice of life. It's very, very cute. I'm really having a fun time with it. It has good representation. It has fun characters. It's very, very found family-esque, which is like one of my favorite things to read about. It's like light witchy. There is, you know, some fun characters. This will definitely work for my Mystic Readathon prompt and also my the Rebellion-a-thon that I'm doing for Mel. So this will count for both of those. So yeah, I'm really liking this. I'm having a fun time. I like the characters. There's also a questy ingredient hunt happening in this book, and these 2 characters are kind of forced to work together. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep reading this. I'm also listening to the Humdrum Bookstore. I read like 25% of it. I am liking that book. It's just very, very slice of life, and it's just kind of looking at all these aspects of this bookstore. I like this better than when I read the Delicate Dream Department Store, which I really didn't like. This one, even though it is very, very like, I feel like I'm reading like a short stories. They all are kind of like interconnected, so I am liking that. So my goal for today is to get up to page 200 in this book and then kind of give you guys a more solid update. It's so nice, so I don't know if I'm going to go outside or not, but it is very, very beautiful, and I really need to soak up the nice weather. I'm also going to go watch Only Murders in the Building because I have to catch up on a couple of episodes. So yeah, I'll be back when I have read to page 200. If I go for a bike ride, I will definitely listen to my book, but I'll probably go for a bike ride a little bit later. Just got back. So I will talk to you guys when I have an update, and I'm probably going to wrap up this vlog today. So however much I read, I would really like to finish this book today and just kind of move on, but we will see how much reading I can get done. So I will talk to you guys soon. Bye. Hi friends, I just want to do a quick update. It is about 6 o'clock, so I did wind up reading to page 200 in The Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping. This is just a warm hug in a book. I think it's so cute. There is definitely like a plot in this. There is the potentiality of a romance. It's very, very found family focused, which I love in my read. But there is a plot. Like, the whole point of this book is like she basically she lost her magic when she was trying to save her aunt, and she brought her aunt back to life. And that caused a lot of controversies for her. So she's kind of running this in, and before this happened, she kind of made this place like a safe haven. And she's dealing with this young man from her past as they're trying to piece this spell back together to get her magic back. And it's just very, very sweet. There's also a very, very sweet relationship with this man and his autistic sister. And it is just very, very sweet. Like, I really want to keep reading this book. It's so sweet. It's so lighthearted. A great early fall read. And it's just like a warm hug in a book. And I really needed that this weekend. So, yeah, I'm gonna go read. I'm gonna try to read to page 250, and then I'll give you guys another update. I definitely should finish this weekend. This vlog is gonna go to the end of this book because I normally hate ending vlogs in the middle of books, but sometimes the week just gets away from me. I'm also reading The Humdrum Bookshop, which I'm like 42% into. That may go over into my next week's vlog, but tomorrow I am gonna go to yoga in the morning, and just like do that, and I have like 40 minutes. It's a very, very passive listen, and that is sort of why I am never going to be like a literary fiction reader, because it's just a little bit boring. I'll be honest, like there's no real romance, there's no real mystery, and it's about books, so that's like keeping me engaged. It's like about like the various characters that interconnect with this bookstore. You follow 2 characters, and it's fun. It's just not like, I don't feel connected. It's more like, I feel like when I was reading the Delicate Department Store, I didn't really like that book. I didn't feel that connected to the characters. This story I like a little bit better. But really, the only ever time I pick up translated books is when it's for a readathon. So, thanks, Book Rose, for making me read this book, because I don't know when I would have ever got around to it. So yeah, I'm gonna go read a bit more of this. My goal is to get up to page 256, and then I'll give you guys like an update and a time check. But I'm having a really, really fun time with this. I'm glad I picked this book up. I am so far behind on Mel's board, so like I really need to make some goals. Like I need to like actually do the game board like this weekend. I gotta like make some serious progress, because I'm only on side quest prompt and I'm nowhere close to objective 2, so I'm gonna have to like start moving my butt. But I've also been focusing on, like, basically I'm doing 3 readathons, and I always try to finish Aurelium first because it's a little bit easier. Those prompts are sometimes prompts books I'm not that interested in, and that has been the case. Like I really have looked at the books I've read so far, but that is a readathon where I don't think me and G have similar tastes, so the prompts don't always work for me. But I do really want to get through Mel's readathon. So after I finish this, we are going to roll. Hope if I could roll tonight, that would be great, but I don't know if that's going to happen. I know Objective 2 is a social media scroll, and I know Objective 3 is a big chunky book, A Dance with Lies. So yeah, that is my plan. I am going to go read a bit more, watch a little bit more of Only Murders in the Building, and when I read 50 more pages, I will give you guys an update. Bye. Hi, Big Dragons. I am back. It is Sunday morning. I just woke up. I did my laundry. And last night I did wind up watching a bit of an anime. So I don't know what I'm going to watch today. I actually might make the decision in a couple of minutes. But I did wind up getting up to page 256 in A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping. I'm really liking this book. It is so warm. It's so cozy. And after a rather like weird news week, it's just been a weird news week. There's been a lot of weird news about various cons I've been following and all the political stuff. So this has been a nice book to like kind of like dive into and just kind of escape the world a little bit. And I really have been liking it. I have about maybe like 80 pages left. So I'm definitely going to finish this book today. I'm going to go read for a little bit. It's 8 o'clock. I have to go to yoga in a little bit. So I'm probably going to bring this book with me and stick it in my bag. I might get some lunch. We will see. But yeah, I've just been watching a lot of stuff because Romance Con happened last weekend and it was a hot mess express. And people are just like having a lot of opinions, and I like to be nosy and supervise like just see what people are thinking. So that's what I've been doing. I actually did sign up to go to my first ever book signing in January. So I did wind up going on their website and just seeing currently what authors are currently going to attend, so I can kind of make a TBR list and maybe make a video about that. If you guys would be interested in that, let me know. I might make it anywhere just because I make content that I want to see for myself. But yeah, so this one's very, very cute. I will probably finish this today. And I'm also still listening to the Humdrum Bookshop, but it's just going to be a passive listen as I walk up to town. And then I'm going to go to yoga. I took my hair down because it was really, really messy. And I wanted neater hair for next week because next week's going to be a bit complicated. We're going to have parent-teacher conferences, a possible Long Island strike, so we have a lot going on next week. But I want to literally go finish this book so I can wrap up this vlog and then start a new vlog. So that's my plan. I will talk to you guys when I have an update for you, hopefully at the end of this book. Bye, bye, friends. Hey, chickens. I just want to wrap up this vlog because I did wind up finishing A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping by Sung Mandan. I gave this book 5 stars. It was really, really fun. I think this book is one that, like, if you like found family, I think you will really, really like this book. It is a little bit slow. There is a political plot line as well. I think it reminded me a lot of A Teller of Small Fortunes that had a really nice balance, and it was one of my favorite books of last year. This one was just super fun. It was very, very lighthearted. It was very, very easy. A nice quick read, which I think I needed for the first week back to school, but I had a fun time with this. So I read 2 physical books in this week. I read A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping, and then I read Glorious Rivals, or I finished, and then I read a couple of audiobooks. So yeah, this was another vlog. I'm really happy you guys are watching, and I will talk to you guys when I have another vlog. But yeah, let me know in the comments, what is your favorite book you've read so far in the month? I would love to know. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.